lands it from beyond the arc. Fresh has got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Rockets.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Augustine, no luck. Here's Fresh. 22 points for him. With 2 seconds left, and the layup is up and in. Fresh has got 24 points.
And I love the tenacity, guys. He simply can will his way into games.
And certainly an intriguing matchup tonight. Let's hear from Trevor Ariza on his team's men.
You're playing against a team that...
Ariza might as well be describing his own game, Clark's. Making some changes. Dwight Howard's checked in for Capella. Mon Shumpert has come in for Trevor Booker. And Fresh subbed in for Mario Chalmers. And so in the game for the Rockets. Fresh, he's in at the point. Trevor Ariza out there with Iman Shumpert. Then there's Howard. And it's Harden in at the 2 spot.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Here's Fresh, guarded by Augustine. Here's Fresh. The rebound by the Nets. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Rockets. That one was played down in Houston.
And really a resounding loss. The last time they matched up, they got absolutely manhandled on the boards.
And Greg, you know how it is. At some point, you've just got to man up and play with a lot more aggressiveness and toughness and pride inside.
Now here is Augustine. He's guarded closely. Here's Fresh, and the call will be against Thaddeus Young. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
1:30 left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Fresh, guarded by Augustine. Fresh buries the easy one. Fresh has got 28 points for the game.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
Plays it in off the breakaway.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Nets have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Ball's knocked loose, and pushing it up is Houston Rockets again in transition. The shot misses.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
Here's Neal. His last outing, he had 8 points. That's good. Neal's got 5.
He's the kind of player that even the best defense has no answer.
And Houston again with the bucket.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Here's Fresh, guarded by Augustine. Here's the break. It'll count. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair.
Well, Coach Vogel,
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
It's as if he can get to the rim any time he wants. And in that first half, he wanted to quite a bit.
And that's where his points were coming from. I mean, the defense has to do a much better job of challenging him at the rim.
Gary Neal is out there with Jarrett Jack. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Young. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel. From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Lakers put on a show. He had 37 points, and he got there with his usual way. Just an impressive barrage of threes. Absolutely amazing numbers from him in what was truly a memorable performance. For him and for us, Kevin.
And thank you, Doris. It was a performance that has to have their upcoming opponents terrified.
Yeah, I think they'll be a little afraid. I mean, anybody who saw that game has to still be in awe of what he was able to do. Just absolutely dominant.
Boy, I tell you, he was in such a rhythm and on a roll. He could have won that game all by himself.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Beasley with a screen on Jack. And Young comes over to help. Here's Beasley. Second chance shot, and it's Howard laying it in. Howard's got his first 2 points of the night.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list. Oh, it's scary because he's just been a matchup nightmare in this game. He's eaten up anybody they've thrown at him.
And Jack, here we go. Lays it up and banks it in. Jack's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And look, he's not the best athlete, but he's able to create the space he needs to operate.
And that one's good, fresh.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
Yeah. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have come from beyond.
Lopez a screen, and the foul called on Freak. Houston with a big group substitution here. Booker, he's checked in for Beasley. Mon Shumpert has come in for Trevor Ariza. Ejuan Moore, he's checked in for James Harden. And Fresh subbed in for Mario Chalmers.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Right. Shumpert with some nice D.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
And what a move, guys. I mean, he's absolutely embarrassing them out there right now.
Well, that's an ankle breaker, Greg. You know that. And then he calmly knocked it down. Sweet.
For Brooklyn, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
Really, guys, it's just come together for them at the charity stripe this season. I mean, the confidence is there, and so too are the results.
And that one's good, fresh.
And all of a sudden, you can see the confidence overflowing offensively.
Getting everything to drop at an ideal time. I mean, they're poised.
All right, now, I want everyone here at the Barclays Center to welcome to the tournament.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting 39% from the floor. Not their best. A moment now to reset the lineups. Brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. Taking a look at the Rockets. Fresh in at point guard. Amon Shumpert is out there with Decker. Then there's Ejuan Moore. And it's Howard in at the 5 down low.
Whoa, he really got his defender on his heels on that one. What a fantastic play, guys.
And here's the fast break. Here's Fresh. And another 3 for Houston. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Rockets.
Boy, they're pounding, harassing effort at the defensive end. Very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Ball's knocked loose. Augustine dishes to Bogdanovich. Good on the baseline, Jay.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
Here's Fresh. And another 3 for Houston.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Yeah, Greg, you know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Pulls up for 3. That's good.
Well, I tell you what, getting out in transition has really been a big part of this run they're on now.
And the best way to pile up points in a hurry, just run and get your buckets before the defense can get set.
And Young kicks to Bogdanovich. Back to Young. Down low, just 5 on the clock. And he hits it and gets hacked out. Changes. Capella's checked in. And Fresh subbed in for Mario Chalmers. Outside Jack. Shoots from 12. Booker pulls it in.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle. And that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference.
And Wesley Johnson with the slam.
Tell you what, you gotta love his aggressiveness finishing inside like that.
Well, his leaping ability, Clark, gives him a great advantage.
And that's why they look to get him the ball around the rim. It's either a dunk or free throws every time.
And Jack kicks to Lopez. Young left side. And Jack with the basket on the assist from Thaddeus Young. That's now 8 points now for Jack. Here's Fresh. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
I think they're trying to go for the kill here. I mean, they're starting to take a lot more three-point shots than they had been before, looking to run away.
And as long as you keep getting quality looks, the coaches should have no complaints. Play with confidence.
And the first one at the line is good.
You look at what Neal has done so far. He has 8 points and 2 steals as well.
Neal hits them both. Rockets have gone 8 of 10 from the field here in the fourth quarter. Really getting it done. Fresh can't get it to go. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Rockets.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance, Clark. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
And a one-sided season series this has been. I mean, in the final game of the year between these two teams, they do everything necessary to finish up with a 2-0 record against the Nets.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Fresh. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Count that one.
And really, if this had come just a little earlier, they may have been able to get back into the game.
Yeah, I agree with you. They needed this a lot sooner than they got it.
Well, if it wasn't out of reach, it is now, thanks to that last little spurt.
And why put the brakes on now? I just say keep on letting it fly.
Goes up, finishes the break with a slam.
And the fans already heading for the exits, clearly not pleased with the way things turned out today.
Well, Greg, this was a well-deserved win. I mean, they came into this building and acted like it was their home turf. I mean, they were the ones calling the shots and controlling everything.
Just give me a chance, bro.
You don't know about that, baby. That's when they start to sleep. The food will take it. How can it charge? You can't fit in your own.
For 3, and that falls.
Man, they came out smoking here from beyond.
And Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. An absolutely astounding and historic night for him here in this game. He was simply unstoppable in what can only be described as a masterful performance. How'd you feel about his performance, Kenny?
I know Freak's gonna have a lot of people back home in Harlem extremely proud of the way he played tonight. And they should be proud of him because his play was genius. Just a textbook example of how to gain a mental edge and continue to exploit it.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going on. You rarely see a performance.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew. This is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.
Well, fit to take it. Let's take this. Give my phone.